2013. Welcome to a new fresh episode of Women Now. A lot of people consider number 13 to be a little jinxed. Well, do you? Well, at Women Now team, we do not believe in numerology, but certainly believe that we should focus on the issues that needs our attention today. So, we're going to start today discussing teen pregnancy and what that really does. And much more on Women Now, so don't go away. Well, I think the issue of sex education sometimes becomes politicized in a way that we lose sight of the importance of informing our children about their sexuality and reproductive health. Today, I'm approaching this issue as a mother and a parent like yourself. This issue should not be placed in liberal versus conservative category. Rather, it squarely falls within public health, one of the very critical issues of child development. This leads us to the topic of teen pregnancy. And again, let's talk to Nancy about it. Nancy, welcome to Women Now.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
So Nancy, you do a lot of research on teen pregnancy. Can you tell us, as a mother, I'm always concerned, when is the right time to talk to our kids about sex education?
Well, I think, first of all, it's not just the talk and one time only talk. Hopefully, we advocate to the parents that it's a continuation of a conversation we're having with our children as young as grade school. We talk to them about the foundations of relationship, what's healthy, what's not. We talk to them about intimacy, about how to show that you care about somebody. And then we also talk to them a little bit about self-assertiveness, self-assurance, self-awareness, so that by the time middle school comes around, puberty hits, you're ready to take that next step. And again, sex and teen pregnancy is not just about that one talk. So once you've had the talk, it's important to go back and check in and continue to be involved in the child's life.
That brings me to my question, that what is the right age? You said middle school, right?
Yes.
So is that time right time for us to bring up to our kids about pregnancy and education, sex education?
We do advocate that by middle school, teens should know about sexual health and their reproductive systems. But again, teen pregnancy is not just about sex. It's about all the other things associated with sex and relationship. So hopefully we've had conversations with them prior to the talk.
Okay.
And just looking at the numbers, it's such a critical issue, especially in this country.
Right.
Why is it considered such a taboo topic? Not many people want to discuss about it.
And I think a lot of it has to do with social norm. You know, what we think of as appropriate for the young people in our lives. There's also that sense of discomfort. Sex is not an easy topic to talk about, even as adults. So, 98% of the parents say that they will need help when they have that conversation. So, as social norm change, it may or may not become a taboo or continue to be a taboo anymore.
Now, do you see South Asians more hesitant talking about sex to their kids, or it is everywhere?
Oh, I think it's hard, even for providers in the field. It's a hard topic because we raise our children, we diaper them, we see them going to kindergarten. It's a change in relationship and acknowledgement. A lot of times, young women, one of the main reasons why young women drop out of school is teen pregnancy. It's hard to go to school and be a mother at the same time. How do you do it? How are you going to go to school?
Correct, being pregnant and with the tummy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for bringing so much light into this topic, and I'm sure it's not going to be still easy on anyone. But I hope you learned something today, and talk to your kids about sex, education, safe, non-safe, and everything that comes around that. Don't treat it as a taboo anymore. It's okay. They need to know it's a reality of life. It may be hard on you, but for them it's important.
Well, thank you so much, Nancy, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, from the topic of teen pregnancy, we are moving now to a topic that all of you must hear about. Nasim. Nasim, thank you so much for joining us and being so brave
Thank you.
to share your very personal, intimate story with the world and with us, because you want to let people know what they should not do in a relationship and moving from place to place and giving up from where you come from, right? Tell me about it.
Yes, so I'm actually Iranian, third generation, born in India and brought up there. And that's where I met my ex-husband, who was an Iranian student.
आपको हिंदी बोलना आता है, right?
Yeah, of course.
हिंदी
में बोल दूँ?
No, I was just checking.
Okay, yeah.
I was just checking.
Yeah, so I do speak Hindi, Marathi, Urdu, because I was brought up in India, and I also speak Farsi.
Okay.
That's we at home we used to speak. And I got married to an Iranian student, and we went off to Iran to live, and the mental abuse started right away, and I had no idea. I always thought abuse meant mostly physical, and I kept taking it because of family pressure and our culture. And we lived there for about 6-7 years. Then we went to Dubai. I had my daughter, and after a few years, we tried to immigrate to Canada.
Can I ask you one thing? You said mental abuse, and for a lot of people, can you give us some examples of what do you mean by mental abuse? Because to a lot of people, they may not know it is mental abuse unless someone is out of it. So what was
exactly? It was like controlling. I had no idea. He was obsessed with me, and he wanted to control everything about me. I used to allow him to do that. I mean, anywhere he wanted, the countries he would change. If I was happy in my life, he would suddenly go. We went back to Iran for a few years because he didn't like me living in Dubai and being happy out there. And so we migrated to Canada, and with my kids, I wanted them to have a better life. We went there, and he was not happy there too. So he wanted to again uproot all of us and take us back to Iran just because he was not happy there. I put my foot down. It was 19 years that I was taking all his controlling and all his abuse that went on.
Is this something like what I know a little bit about, someone being married to an Iranian, and then what happened in Iran is, I don't know if you've heard of the book Not Without My Daughter.
Yeah, I know. And
is this very similar
I thought
to?
It would never happen to me.
Yeah.
I literally laughed when I saw that movie, and I was like, who does things like that? And it happened to me. So he actually forced me to divorce him, not because of letting me go free. He was living with us as married, but he wouldn't, I had no claims to anything. I had no rights for the kids to decide anything, no money, nothing.
So how did you get out of it? Do you have custody of your children now?
No, so what he did was, no, not at all. He took them away. I mean, he started telling me to let's go back to Iran. And I was, at that stage, 19 years, I was like, that's enough. He's pushed us around. My kids were happy in school. They were, settled in Canada. I've started my job as a realtor out there too. And he wanted us to just go back, and I said no.
So what do you want to do now with your life being here? And obviously the kids are not with you, right? They're still back in Iran.
He took them away 8 years ago, brainwashed them, saying that I've abandoned them, I don't want to see them. And I have no news about them. I don't know where they are. This is another sort of abuse of how he's still controlling me. Because
so you have no contact with your ex-husband and with your children anymore?
None whatsoever.
So you haven't seen your kids for 8 years now?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you do? They never tried to contact you?
No, because from Iran, how would they find me? I mean, I used to call them, call him actually, and he would never give them the phone. And after 3 years, he brought the phone and he was telling them, oh, now your mom remembers you after so long. Do you guys want to talk to her? And after he's brainwashed them and, told them a whole lot of lies.
And obviously there must have been a lot of threat on the kids that if you talk to your mom, this is going to happen to you and all of that.
Yeah, so I really don't know exactly how he's brainwashed them, but my kids after 3 years, they didn't have, they didn't want to do anything to do with me.
I hope, they come around and they find you
really
somehow.
do.
And I'm sure there are many other women out there going through the same situation of abuse. I mean, it's easy to say and hard to deal with, but I think the best way to get out of the situation is to be warned by some simple symptoms of a man before you even get deeper into a relationship and marriage. And then at the end of the day, you cannot completely not make wrong choices, but try not to make those wrong choices, because I know you met your husband in India and just impromptu decided to get married and then moved on, and you had no knowledge of his background. So one thing very important for all women to know is who they really marry.
But the surprising thing is, I didn't expect women in America to be going through the same thing. I am coming across so many women now being mentally abused but don't know what to do, because either they're financially dependent on their husband or emotionally so attached. They are afraid to be on their own. It is hard. I'm not kidding about it. It's really hard being single and you don't have anybody, you know, you don't have your kids, you don't have a partner, you're struggling on your own. But I think at the end of the day, your independence means a whole lot to a person as a, you know, than taking all this mentally abuse and taking any sort of abuse from anyone. It could be.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with
Thank
us.
you.
Hi, Esha and Bharat. Welcome to Bay Area.
Hello, darling.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going fab.
How about yourself?
I'm doing good.
Well, I know if you're here, it would be for a reason. And what would that be?
I think the reason is that probably your city or your Bay Area has a huge crush on me, and I think I have a huge crush on Bay Area because I was here last year and I'm here again this year. But to be more on a serious note, I'm here for a very close family friend. I would rather call him an older brother of mine, Paul Singh.
He's a rock star for sure.
He is. He's a wonderful person. And I have worked with him in 2006 also for my Rockstar World Tour when I was here, if you guys can recall that. And more than anything else, it's his son's event today, where his son is launching his new era entertainment, wherein he's going to have a lot of club parties, a lot of events, and also a lot of bridal expo. And he's going to get on the best DJs. And I'm sure this young boy at the age of, I think, 21, 22, good-looking chap, is going to paint Bay Area red. So any event, anything, please follow up with him. And next year, on my wedding anniversary, I'm coming here. And Aminder Paul Singh, you're going to have a rocking event for me in June, end of June, for my one-year wedding anniversary.
You grew up in a house of celebrities. So is it always party there? How is it growing up in such a...
Honestly, my household that I come from, it's a very strict household. A lot of discipline. You get up and there's a lot of Indian classical dancing, which I will be coming again with my mom and my sister, hopefully next year. And there's a lot of discipline in my house, but at the same time, my mom understands us. We are young, new generation, girls and guys who like to go out and socialize. Why not when you work so hard? So it's absolutely fine, but there are deadlines and there are responsibilities that you have to maintain. But I do completely enjoy good Hindi music and dancing.
Esha, 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 Esha. Touch my body, touch my body. I'm back at the party, got some loving, baby, what I see. She's out of the corner, doing her vodka up in the VIP. So hot, I feel like burning, I feel me trembling. Gonna make my move, though I got no clue, she's coming with me for sure. Touch my body, touch my body. Someone, somebody, somewhere's missing me. Usi aur le chala hai, ab dil mujhe bhi rahe par aayi hai, manzile to nahi.
What is your opinion about the recent Delhi rape case?
I think that was an eye-awakening moment that finally woke up not just the city of Delhi but the entire country and hopefully the world, where one such case has hit the media and everyone in such a big way. There must be millions of cases like that happening all over our country which people are not aware of. But all those girls, I'm sure, are going to salute that one girl who's finally given up her life for what she went through with those lecherous men. And I suggest, being a woman, be safe, have fun, but our country still needs to open up to freedom of speech, freedom of, being just free and just walking on streets, being women.
It's about freedom of security, that's it. We want security in life, and security is one thing which comes from our government. We would want to wish our government best of luck to make sure every single citizen in our country is secure, living every single day a happy day, and about this beautiful life which has gone away which is just gone away because of greed. Greed should never come in our way, because greed is something what you build inside. Let every single soul build something inside so strong that he understands or she understands that, it's for the integrity, or it's for the understanding of every life to be a real, good, simple life.
You are a 23-year-old girl, you're going for a movie with your boyfriend. Why would you think of something so devastating happening to you when you're just going out to have a decent, like probably a movie date, and you come back to a nightmare, which is extremely shocking. And these kind of men need to be punished.
Like her mother called, I think yesterday, and she's like, this beautiful girl or this beautiful soul expired, and we were shocked because, we were just like, why and how could this ever happen? Because we were always hearing about the same news in news, because obviously we could not be in Delhi and we were supposed to be here. But it's just like, please, the people of India, please live up to this life as a better life, and please teach people who have this kind of corrupted mind to be a real human being and follow life in a different way. Please, it's a request. It's something what we believe in. Please just do it for us. That's it. Just for ourselves.
Well, I'm so happy that this just didn't come from her, it came from you too, and this is a big lesson for every man out there. You are setting an example, which is wonderful. Thank you so much.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed this episode of Women Now and found it informative. Please keep in touch by liking our Facebook page, and do continue to give us your feedback so we can further improve to make our weekly rendezvous with you even better. Let's end the show with a quote as always by Rabindranath Tagore. I have become my own version of an optimist. If I can't make it through one door, I'll go through another, or I'll even make another door. Something terrific will come out no matter how dark the present is. So till we meet again next time, keep in touch, and stay well. Thanks for watching us, viewers.